Part 1. The evolution of the NBA and its current landscape, teams, stars, and trends. The NBA today is in an era defined by an intriguing mix of high-flying athleticism, strategic innovation, and generational talent. As the game evolves at a rapid pace, the league has seen a shift from traditional playing styles to a more positionless, perimeter-oriented game. Superstar players such as LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Luka Doncic continue to reshape how we view basketball, pushing the boundaries of individual excellence and team dynamics. The NBA's current landscape reflects a balance between established stars, emerging talent, and a deeper appreciation for analytics, versatility, and fast-paced play. The NBA's popularity continues to skyrocket globally, with social media and streaming platforms providing fans around the world access to games and behind-the-scenes content. Meanwhile, the league is embracing new business opportunities, creating a blend of entertainment, sports, and culture that attracts younger audiences. This multifaceted growth presents an exciting future for the league, where teams are not only looking for the best players, but also seeking to tap into diverse fan bases and create unique marketing opportunities. ### current team trends. A closer look at contenders and rebuilds. The 2024 to 2025 NBA season is seeing a mix of established powerhouses and teams in transition. The Golden State Warriors, led by Stephen Curry and anchored by Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, continue to remain relevant after dominating the 2010s. However, the landscape is shifting as more teams embrace the new age style of play, relying on speed, spacing, and a focus on the three-point shot. In the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks remain at the top of the standings, with star players like Jason Tatum and Giannis Antetokounmpo leading their respective teams. Both teams have established themselves as consistent championship contenders, and the addition of complementary players like Drew Holiday for the Celtics and the Bucks' strong defensive lineup positions them well for future success. The Phoenix Suns, with their new acquisitions and strong roster, are also making noise in the West. The Lakers, despite some struggles, remain a contender with LeBron James and Anthony Davis at the forefront, showing that with the right pieces around their star duo, they could be a threat in the postseason. Meanwhile, teams like the Denver Nuggets, led by MVP candidate Nikola Jokic, have been among the league's top-performing teams, showing that balance between offense and defense is still a winning formula in today's NBA. On the other hand, several franchises are rebuilding or seeking to create a new identity. The Houston Rockets, Detroit Pistons, and Orlando Magic have young cores and are focused on developing their emerging talent, including players like Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, and Paolo Banchero. While these teams may not be immediate contenders, they represent the future of the league, and their growth will be critical to shaping the NBA's next wave of stars. ### the player evolution, from traditional roles to positionless basketball. One of the most significant developments in the NBA in recent years has been the shift from traditional positions to a more fluid, positionless style of play. Historically, teams were built with clear roles in mind: point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. However, as the game has evolved, the distinction between these roles is blurred. One of the best examples of this evolution is the rise of point forwards, players who combine the playmaking responsibilities of a point guard with the size and athleticism of a forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and LeBron James are prime examples of this hybrid player type. These stars have completely changed the way teams build their offenses, as they can initiate plays, handle the ball, and score in multiple ways. This versatility allows teams to space the floor and create mismatches, putting pressure on opposing defenses. Additionally, the growing importance of the three-point shot has changed the way many players approach their game. What was once seen as a supplemental skill for forwards and centers has now become a key feature for all positions. Teams like the Golden State Warriors, led by Curry, Thompson, and Green, have redefined the game with their commitment to spacing the floor, setting screens, and prioritizing perimeter shooting over traditional inside play. Alongside these changes, there has been a shift in the role of big men. Centers, once known for their dominance in the post, have become more versatile players, with stars like Jokic and Joel Embiid showing off a wider array of skills. Jokic, for instance, has revolutionized the center position by developing elite playmaking skills, making him a focal point in Denver's offense. Hashtag superstar dynamics, the rise of a new guard. The NBA's current landscape is heavily shaped by its superstars. These players are not only dominant on the court, but also play a massive role in the marketing and branding of the league. They are athletes, influencers, and role models, and their on- and off-court decisions influence the direction of franchises, the league's popularity, and its financial growth. LeBron James, while nearing the end of his career, is still one of the most influential and talented players in the league. His ability to stay at the top of his game while also transitioning to roles off the court, such as acting, business, and philanthropy, has made him one of the most marketable athletes in the world. LeBron's impact on the Lakers has also been profound, and his ability to mentor younger players, like Anthony Davis, has kept the team competitive for the past several years. However, as the NBA enters a new era, the mantle of the face of the league is gradually being passed to younger players. Giannis Antetokounmpo, now a two-time MVP and NBA champion, is firmly in the conversation as one of the league's brightest stars. His physical prowess, combined with his work ethic and leadership on the Bucks, makes him a player to watch for the next decade. Luka Doncic, still in his early 20s, has already established himself as one of the most gifted and dynamic players in the game. His ability to dominate games with his scoring, playmaking, and basketball IQ has positioned him as a future MVP candidate year after year. Other rising stars, like Jason Tatum, Trae Young, and Zion Williamson, are also making their mark. Each of these players brings a unique skill set to the table, and their performances will define the league's direction in the coming years. Hashtag the NBA's global influence and cultural impact. The NBA's influence extends far beyond the United States. The league has been one of the most successful sports leagues in terms of global expansion, and its stars have become household names around the world. The rise of international players has also been a defining feature of the NBA in recent years, with stars like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Joel Embiid proving that the league's talent pool is now truly global. The NBA's international reach has also been instrumental in promoting the game to new markets. The league has hosted games in cities around the world, including Mexico City, London, and Tokyo, and its digital presence on social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube has allowed fans from virtually every corner of the globe to stay connected to the action. Furthermore, the NBA's partnership with streaming services like NBA League Pass and other platforms has made it easier for international fans to access games live and on demand. This global appeal is one of the NBA's greatest strengths, as it not only increases the league's revenue, but also spreads basketball culture to new generations of fans. The success of international players like Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo is proof of the league's growing appeal across borders and highlights the league's role as a unifying force in global sports culture. Conclusion: the future of the NBA. The NBA today is a dynamic and evolving league, defined by its blend of tradition and innovation. From the rise of superstar players like LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Luka Doncic to the evolution of the game itself, embracing speed, perimeter shooting, and positionless basketball, the league is in an exciting phase of growth. The NBA continues to build on its legacy while adapting to the changing landscape of modern sports. As the game continues to evolve and the next generation of players takes center stage, the future of the NBA looks promising. The league's global influence, coupled with the rise of young, talented superstars, ensures that basketball will remain one of the most popular and influential sports in the world. The NBA's continued focus on embracing change while preserving its rich history will keep it at the forefront of the sports world, captivating audiences for years to come. Part 2. The intersection of analytics and strategy in modern NBA basketball. As the NBA continues to grow in popularity and sophistication, one of the most important factors shaping the league is the increasing emphasis on data analytics. Teams are now more than ever relying on advanced statistics to guide their decisions, from player acquisition and contract negotiations to game strategy and player development. While traditional methods of evaluating players, such as points, rebounds, and assists, remain important, the modern NBA increasingly values advanced metrics like player efficiency rating, PER, true shooting percentage, TS%, and usage rate to assess performance. This shift toward analytics has transformed the way NBA teams approach game strategy. Coaches and front offices now have a wealth of information at their disposal to make decisions that were once based purely on intuition or traditional statistics. With the ability to track every movement on the court, teams can gather detailed insights into player performance and adjust their strategies accordingly. The role of analytics in team building. The shift to analytics has changed the way teams approach roster construction. Gone are the days when teams simply relied on their scouting departments to evaluate talent. Now, front offices look at advanced statistics to determine a player's fit within a system and their potential contribution to the team. Teams like the Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets, and Boston Celtics have embraced analytics to build teams that prioritize spacing, ball movement, and efficient shot selection. This data-driven approach is especially important when it comes to selecting players in the NBA draft. With the help of analytics, teams are now able to identify hidden gems and project a player's future performance with greater accuracy. Whether it's determining the value of a high-volume shooter, assessing a player's defensive versatility, or understanding a player's long-term durability, analytics play a key role in shaping the future of NBA rosters. The influence of advanced metrics on gameplay. Analytics also play a crucial role in shaping gameplay. As the league has evolved, coaches have increasingly relied on statistical analysis to make real-time decisions during games. In particular, advanced metrics like effective field goal percentage, EFG%, and defensive rating, ORTG, are used to measure a team's overall efficiency and determine where they can improve. Coaches use analytics to make adjustments to game plans, focusing on what works and discarding what doesn't. Teams use analytics to determine optimal shooting spots, which matchups to exploit, and how to adjust defensive rotations. The goal is to find the most efficient strategies to win games while minimizing unnecessary risk. Data and player development. Analytics also play a significant role in player development. Coaches and training staff use advanced metrics to track players' progress and identify areas of improvement. By measuring shooting percentages from different spots on the floor, tracking defensive efficiency, and analyzing overall workload, teams can optimize a player's development. As players continue to evolve into more versatile athletes, understanding how to use analytics for player development will become even more important. Whether it's improving a player's shooting mechanics or developing more effective pick-and-roll plays, the marriage of data and development is one of the most important trends in modern NBA basketball. The future of NBA analytics. As technology continues to advance, the potential for analytics to impact the NBA will only grow. With the development of machine learning and artificial intelligence, teams will have access to even more sophisticated data models to help them make decisions. The combination of data, technology, and human insight is set to redefine how NBA teams approach basketball strategy. Part 3. The evolution of coaching and management in the NBA. As the game of basketball continues to evolve, so too does the role of coaching and management in the NBA. The impact of advanced analytics, player development programs, and shifting player expectations have forced coaches and front offices to adapt to a changing environment. The evolution of coaching in the NBA reflects a combination of tactical innovation and the ability to manage personalities, navigate evolving team dynamics, and maximize the talent on the roster. In this final part, we will examine the role of coaching in the NBA, the growing trend of analytics-driven decision-making, and how modern general managers, GMs, and front offices are changing the way teams are built and run. The NBA is witnessing a changing landscape in both its front offices and its coaching ranks, where the rise of younger, more analytically savvy coaches is becoming as important as player performance itself.